So, for all of 2022 and beginning of 2023, we have been searching, scouring the earth and the internet for the right look, the right price, the right performance, the right vehicle for fun, for functionability, for a good time, to save some money in all its glory. Here's the Ride 1 Up Revv 1, everybody.
Hey YouTube, we are back here. We're finally doing it today. I know it's for you all who've been tuning into the channel. You've been waiting for the full review of the Ride 1 Up Revv 1, which we have right here. There's a few things we're going to cover. We're just going to do a full walk around. We're going to show you what's on this bike. We're going to show you what's stock, what's been modified. But we're going to go over the specs of this bike. We're going to go over the full review, the full look of it, who this bike is for, and then obviously on the next part we're going to get to the fun part, which is the ride. But let's go ahead and start out with the specs here. So this is shipped out as a class 2 e-bike. That's very important to know. Please note your local laws of your area. For the most part they're the same around the country, but there are small variances, so make sure you look up the laws and ordinances in your area to make sure that you're being safe, that you're being legal out here. But let's go ahead and get started on the specs of this bike. So this is going to be a 750 watt rear hub motor right here. This is made by Bafang, a very popular motor. It's a geared hub motor. It's got metal gears, so it's going to be a little louder, but it's going to have more integrity to it. It's going to have it's gonna be more solid than the nylon gears, which is gonna get you higher speeds, which you'll see in the ride portion of this video. So we got a 750 watt motor. This is our battery here, folks. We got a 52 watt bike here. That's our power. I'm gonna say ending out 2022, the vibe was 48 volts. 2023 is definitely a 52 volt vibe, and I am happy it is. This is the kind of power that's fun to putz around. This is a nice hooligan bike right here. If you just want to get around on the streets, if you want to do deliveries, if you want to commute, if you just want to ride out and have fun, this is the bike because of the power that it has. It gives you a nice torque. Another spec here, you got 95 Newton meters of torque. That is considerably faster than other bikes in its class, such as the Super 73 RX, which is considerably slower off the line. I'm probably gonna have one of those in a video coming for you later. Full review, cool looking bike, love Super 73s. But this outperforms it torque wise. Top speed wise, it also outperforms the Super 73. I've gotten 38 miles an hour out of this thing pretty consistently, 36 to 38. On a slight decline, I've gotten 40, 41 out of this thing. And it, after the break-in period, it is doing just fine. But to get back to our specs here, we've got our controller right down here on the bottom section. That's going to be a 28 amp controller powering this 52 volt battery, which is in conjunction with the 750 watt motor. The engineering and the tuning behind this thing has gotten us a pretty nice scrambler style e-bike here that does high speeds pretty comfortably. It feels stable. We've got front and rear suspension. We've got nice travel here. If you all want to check out later, I have a how to adjust your brakes and a how to adjust your suspension video. So if you have any of those questions, hold on to them. We got a video coming for you. And like I said, we've got the ride coming later. You want to see how this thing rides? I know. But for the most part, those are the full specs. We're going to give you a walk around next.
All right, everybody, as promised, we got a little walk around here. So starting from front to back of the Revv 1, we've got our 20-inch, 4-inch wide CST tires, front and rear. That's wrapped around these Bafang rims here. You've got these nice mag wheels,
Stands out from the wire wheels you see on all the other e-bikes. You got a nice metal fender front and rear. We're going to look at the front one right now. You got one of the brighter headlights I've seen out of an e-bike out here. It does have a high beam and a low beam. I'll show you that on the ride later, but that is a nice feature. We've got headlights front and rear. Here are the front ones. The lights are very bright. The color scheme is nice matte dark gray or light black, whichever you want to consider it. We've got these nice motorcycle style handlebars, kind of in between BMX style and a flat handle. I like the control on it. There we go. Those nice pretty mag wheels again. Got a nice front suspension here. Nice travel, very adjustable. Like I said, we got a video coming later on how to adjust that. We've got our 52 volt battery right here. Lots of power. That is going to be a 20 amp hour battery. That is a nice, decent range. From my experience at 210 pounds, I have gotten about 27 miles full throttle out of this thing. This is the Ride One up center cage. Lots of cool stuff can fit in there. I've got a nice little 50 watt boombox in there. I've got a lock. I've got my charger. I've got tools. We've got our controller down here. We've got some tinted pedals here. Those are not stock, just so you know. Those are aftermarkets. All of the mods are going to be covered later in a different vehicle. I'm sorry, in a different video. We've got D&M adjustable rear suspension here. Rear fender, rear mag wheel. There's that 750 watt Fang hub motor. You got one gear here. It's a nice gear. It's the only one you need. This is a full throttle machine. Trust me, this thing can pedal okay. If you're out here to pedal, this is not the bike for you. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You're not out here to pedal this thing. This is a mini moto. So you got that flywheel back there with one gear. It's very comfortable when I've used it. So let's see, we've got our display here. It's going to be hard to see on the camera the display, but we're going to try here. Let's see what shows up. It's one of the cooler displays I've seen on an e-bike. One thing I'll say I don't like about it is it doesn't have a voltage meter, but the range is nice on this bike. You've got nice pedal assist. I've got another video coming on how to operate an e-bike, e-bikes for beginners. So if you want to know about how pedal assist works, I will be covering that in that video. Might end up being a series, but don't worry. If you're new or beginner to e-bikes, I've got you covered. I'm going to tell you how this thing operates. I'm going to show you how this one in particular operates on the ride video. Rear tail light there, very bright. We've got rear turn signals. There's that 20-inch, 4-inch wide fat tire. We've all known to learn and love that look. Look at this rear swing arm. This is just a very, very good design. Body line's nice, color is nice, the speed is nice, the engineering is just nice. Ride One up. Nothing on here was an afterthought. As far as the Super 73 goes, I like this price point better. It is just a gorgeous bike and it performs really well. I don't know what comes out in 2023 that is going to beat this for the price point. If you all seen anything out there that I haven't checked out yet, and I'm looking, don't you worry, I am definitely looking. But if you see something that can beat this for this price point, please put it in the comments below.